guys, welcome back to our kitchen. Enjoy the recipes. Hey guys, welcome back to another recipe here in our kitchen. Today I'm going to do a classic for us. It's Picadeo, which translates to hamburger, potatoes, and green pepper, onion, something like that. But anyway, it's a comfort food for us because we enjoy it. Very simple to make. You just need a handful of ingredients. So if your pantry's running low and you ain't got a lot, or you're tight on the budget, Picadillos fit right in. And you're going to need a pound of ground chuck, a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, 1 onion, green pepper, some potatoes, hence the picadillo. You're going to need salt, pepper, and cumin. And that's it. We, of course, make rice with ours and beans, but that's totally up to you. Oh, and the other thing I forgot, and I don't have it laying out, but you're going to need flour tortillas. In fact, we used to make our own, but that's quite a job. Rachel's done it before. I've done it, but it is a lot of work. So for, I don't know, $1.50, get yourself some soft flour tortillas. Now what I do with them to help make them taste better is I'll throw them on the griddle. You know who I'm talking to. And I'll warm them up before I serve them. So anyway, the picadillo is a good dish. It's easy to make. Everybody loved it, and I hope you do too. It's a classic around here. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my ground chuck and brown it up with a little onion. I'm going to slice my onion and my green pepper. I'm going to chop them, and put them into the stew, basically what it is, and then I'll peel my potatoes. But first, we'll go ahead and brown up the ground beef. If you're like me, and you are because you're my kids, you're probably a multitasker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and brown the ground beef and chop and peel my vegetables while the ground beef is browning. So let's get started. For this, we just turn the burner on, oh, I don't know, medium. Drop the meat in there and brown it. I just so happen to have some chopped onions on hand from the last meal, so I'll just sprinkle them in there because I like the onion cooked with the burger. Just a handful. No, you're back. I just want to say something about the burger. I like my hamburger chopped real fine whenever I'm making tacos or burritos or picadillo or even like chili. I just prefer fine chunks of hamburger meat. So when I cook mine, I sit and pretty much chop it up pretty fine like this because that's how I like it. So let me show you real quick what I'm talking about here. Here's the burger, and I don't know if you can tell how fine it is, but it's smaller chunks, and that's the way I like it. And then over here I got my vegetables done up. So pretty much that's the majority of the work that you're going to need to do for this dish. It's pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and add my spices, the tomato sauce, and probably some water too. I'll have to refresh myself from the recipe book that y'all got a long time ago, which I'm updating now on the internet. This is what this is all about. So that'll be the next step. So hang on. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my vegetables. Here's my potatoes, my onion, my green pepper, let me show you what it looks like at this point. Kind of like a stew of nothing. And then my tomato sauce. Now, the important thing to do is to cover this with enough water. You don't want to get too much water, but you want to put enough water in there to just cover the top of the dish. So let's go ahead, get some water, and I'm not really sure how much water I'm going to need because I've never measured it out, but we'll start with a cup. Looks like it's going to take more than a cup. Kind of stir it up a little bit, mix it up in there. And yeah, it's going to take at least another half a cup. So let's get some more water. Okay, so I'm going to keep adding water till it covers, just barely covers everything. Just kind of like what we do with our potato soup, you know. Just enough to cover. And I think I can put just a little bit more in there. I guess if you were to a measuring kind, you could say about 2 cups for, you know, a pound of burger. And that looks pretty good. Everything's covered. Now we'll add our spices. I'm going to go ahead and get my half a teaspoon. We are just about out of cumin. There it is. Drop it on in there. Now cumin's powerful, so don't do any more than that. Now the half a teaspoon of black pepper, because I grind mine, I don't really know. So I'm just gonna grind it all into one spot till I think I got about a half a teaspoon in there. And that's probably close. This is powerful stuff, so it'll work. Now on the salt, we used a full teaspoon, I guess, because we like salt. So there it is. That's pretty much all you do. And then just, of course, stir it around in there. I'm going to put just a tad more water in it, just because I'm wanting to make sure that everybody's covered good. Yeah. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to turn the flame up to high because, well, I don't know if it's true or not, but I was always told, I'm over here. I don't know if it's true or not, but if you boil stuff, it helps make the seasons come alive, burst alive, and so that's why I always bring something to a boil first. What I'm going to do then is put it on simmer. I'll put a lid on it and just simmer it for about a half hour till the potatoes are you know, fork tender, and the other vegetables are, everything's tender. And then we'll heat up our tortillas, and it's a great dish. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put a can of beans on and start my rice, which I think you've seen in other videos, so you don't need to re-watch that. So basically, I'll see you in about a half hour when we go to sit down to eat. Okay, the picadillo is boiling. Let me show you what I got. It's right here. I put the lid on so it boils quicker. And it's boiling. Sorry, I have to keep reaching in front because I'm one-handed here. And as you can see, the water has been just enough to cover the vegetables and everything, so it floats nice and easy and gently in the pan. Now that it's boiling, I'm going to go ahead and bring it down to low and just put the lid back on it and simmer it about a half hour. And that's how we do picadillo. I'm going to make the tortillas, get them nice and warm, and everything will be real good. Okay, it's been about a half hour. It's been on simmer. The potatoes, I took one out and tested it. It's kind of soft. I figure everything will be ready in about 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put the tortillas on the griddle, which I use all the time, by the way. And that'll make the tortillas a little bit more pliable, more flavorful to have with our picadillo. And it's very simple. Just get your trusty griddle out. And everybody should have a griddle. Turn it up high. I got mine up to 400. It's not all that hot just yet. But you kick it up and slap down 2 or 3 of the tortillas. And you just want to warm them up. Maybe put an extra brown spot on them or 2. And then we'll put them inside our little tortilla container, and everybody should have one of them too. Maybe I'll buy you one for Christmas, I don't know. And that'll be it. The tortillas, you can see they start to bubble when they're getting warm. You don't want to overdo them, but you do want to warm them up. Toast them up. I don't know if you can see that or not. And we'll go ahead and flip them. And they're warm to the touch. And most of the time I would guess it's probably 2 tortillas to a person. But you don't want to run out of tortillas because this dish really requires it. And these are cooking up real nicely. And we are just about ready to eat. And I'll go ahead and slap 3 more down. That should be plenty for the 3 of us. Ouch, that one's hot. Put them inside my tortilla warmer. You know what? I think I'll just throw on 2 more. And that should be enough. And then we'll sit down and have dinner.
How was your workout?
Here we are at the dinner table. Let me show you what my plate looks like. Look at that. Good. Very easy dinner to make. Almost like a comfort food. So go ahead and enjoy.